is a UCPN special only on Undercover Tapes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UCPN Special. I am your host, Omega. Welcome. And today, I am actually joined by a very cool dude. He's very cool because he's my baby brother. He is a toy photographer. He is a toy collector. He is a fashionista. He is a big music fan. His name is Chris Crash. What's going on, bro?
Hey, how's it going, brother? How's it going, everybody? Chris Crash here, representing Ultimate Toygasm on Instagram. Look me up if you can. It'd be pretty awesome to get some likes and get my name out there.
A toygasm? What's that mean?
Yeah.
Is that the feeling
everybody
you get every
always
time
gets,
you get a nice toy?
Yeah, and I mean, everybody always gets excited, when they get something comes out. So, I kind of think that's called a toygasm. That's how I feel. Like every time something new comes, I'm like, so it's like I take like a huge gas, and then it's like a toygasm.
And your wallet also takes a pretty good gasp as well, I'm sure.
You know what, my wallet, sometimes doesn't even think, bro. I just whip it out. Even though I'm like, fuck it. Oh, sorry, excuse the language.
No, that's all right, man. This is a mature way to show people could understand there's going to be some harsh language at times. Now, before I even ask you what's making you a toygasm, before we get into that, what got you so heavily into toys? Because I know us growing up, you enjoyed, your tunes and stuff and comic culture and whatnot. But I never really saw you get into the toys, at least when I was home. What led you on that path?
You know what? Honestly, you definitely played a big part in that. You know what I mean? Like, I always saw you with I could bring so many memories with you bringing me toys. Like when we were sleeping, you would bring us like these awesome Street Fighter G.I. Joe figures, or even just your collection. You had the awesome G.I. Joe collection. You had Voltron. You had Transformers. Even though Danny, or I don't know if I ever destroyed him. Maybe I did.
Of course, you're gonna blame D. He's not here to defend his foul.
But definitely, Daniel's goal.
I'm sorry. Hello. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay. I said Danny, my our other brother, also played a big role in that too, because he collected wrestling toys like a lot back in the day. Like he had the old Jax figures that came out, the rubber ones. We even had the small ones that that they're coming out again now, that they're retroing them out. They're like really small. They hardly move, but they're like their back has like a little spring to them.
Yeah,
and
I remember giving you guys the big rubber ones that you would be able to
the rubber ones. Yeah, those are awesome, and and like I said, I didn't have a job at the time, so I couldn't collect any figures. And I got into like there's a lot of things that I got into, and what led me to the toy road again was just like, I got tired. I used to collect sneakers, and I got tired of collecting sneakers, and I wanted to collect something else that brought me joy. And I remember toys brought me a lot of joy back in the day. So and I found out that you were able to play toys in a different way, even as an adult. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have to play with them, physically. I could play with them by taking pictures and whatnot. You know what I mean? And I didn't feel ashamed or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So and I was happy that I found a way to play with them again. But as an adult, by taking pictures, and and I found that one time I was actually on Instagram, right? And I'm gonna shout this person out. I forgot his name is on Instagram. I think it's RGJ Photography. I'm pretty sure that's his name. I was looking one day, and I saw he had awesome wrestling photos. And at the time, I just started getting into the action figures with the wrestling elite figures. I forgot what wave I was on, but I saw his photos, and I was like, oh man, this is such a cool idea, and I brought the idea to Danny, and me and my brother made a little page together. We were called DC Outsiders Elite. Danny and Chris, Outsiders Elite, something like that. And that's how we started off. And then, we went different ways. I started collecting other figures like Marvel, Mezco, and whatnot.
Yeah, man. And you really have built an obsession, if you will, for Mezco. Because Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, one time I visited at the crib and I entered his bedroom. It was 2 huge shelves full of Mezco and a closet full of boxes of Mezco. Some which still had figures. It was, what in the hell is going on here? So why Mezco so much? What is it about that Mezco line before we get into the other ones that you're staying on now? Starting to challenge, if you will.
You know what? Honestly, I've always had an obsession with figures that had cloth on them. I remember back in the day, you used to get these magazines. I think there was Toy Fair magazines, or I don't know. Can you recall what magazines
they
were?
I used to get Toy Fair, Wizard
or Toy Fair, one of those magazines. I used to see these awesome. They were 12-inch, but they were SWAT figures, and they looked so awesome. I think they were by maybe Sideshow. I don't know if Sideshow goes back that long ago, but pretty sure it was Sideshow. And they had some awesome SWAT figures, and and they had some cool dioramas in the back, like Fire Escape, and I always loved that. And I really wasn't a fan of 12-inch though until I never, they're too big. You know what I mean? Like I think they take too much space. So what brought me to Mezco was I forgot I was searching somewhere and I saw my first Mezco was The Dark Knight Returns Batman, and came out 2016. So many versions came out of this, but I had the black and gray version, and oh man, I fell in love with this figure. It was so cool. Actually, was that my first one? Was it Judge Dredd? Well, I got both of them at the same time, just about. But I just loved the way he looked. It was such a unique figure, and the quality of the figure was good. The clothing, the figure, it was just such a perfect figure, and it made me love Mezco. I wanted to keep buying more, and then I'm guessing my second purchase was Judge Dredd, and that was an awesome figure because he came with a motorcycle, and Judge Dredd. Yeah. Man, Mezco was killing, it's killing the game now, But I feel honestly, they're from 2016 till now, the qualities of their figures have went down a lot. I feel.
What makes you say that? Is the clothing, the molding?
I feel it's the molding of the figure. I feel it's the molding of the figure, especially in the females, the joints are not as tight as I guess the male figures, like Catwoman, for example. A lot of them have broken, or somebody just takes it out the pattern, they try to pose it, breaks right away. Some figures are just not as good as that Batman figure when I had, when Mezco was just starting off. I guess, supply and demand, they got to try and put those out there because everybody does. I'm in a lot of Mezco forums, and I guess Mezco feels under pressure at times because a lot of people do, always trying to rush these figures, and I know they want to produce high quality figures, but then, they're waiting on the pre-orders. They keep getting backed up. I don't know what goes on. I know they try to please us, but I guess it's hard at times. I don't know, but I definitely think that they should step up a little bit more in the quality just to make, just like they were in 2016.
And so, being that you're a Mezco fan, out of the Toy Fair announcements, was there anything that excited you?
Oh, man, that whole catalog looked amazing, man. That Agent Gomez you guys got, that Toy Fair guy was amazing. That Blade figure was definitely amazing. But what I saw from that catalog, Gambit, definitely waiting for that game. I'm a huge Gambit fan. Moon Knight definitely was awesome. What else was coming out? I forgot what else was on that catalog. There was so much good stuff, but those were the ones that really, stuck out to me that I really want to get. Because those are one of my favorite chapters.
Did you happen to see that quick promo video that our boy Bobo from Toyverse did for Agent Gomez?
Man, that definitely commented. I told him that he did an amazing job on that. That was definitely an amazing job. Shout out to Bobble for that. That was great. I loved it, man. I want to see more of that. Actually, if you could give me some tips on how to do some of that, that'd be great.
Listen, for example, I don't know if you saw the Flash one he did, where Flash was running around a circle. That he said that was over 200 photos that he had to put together to do that. Like 10 seconds.
Man. Wow.
So
some patience.
Absolutely. I don't know if you have that much patience.
Nah. I just need time and patience. That's it. Maybe when my lady goes on vacation one of these days, I'm here by myself. I could do a little thing here.
Hopefully you could get that cameraman going. So, all right. So, we go from the Mezco. You're starting to say that, you're saying how the quality is deterring, So, with that, you showed me this new line, figure from Medicom through the Mayfex. Yo, that amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. That's what that is. It's the Mayfex Spider-Man. It's the comic version. It's from the 1990 design, actually. It's actually influenced by Todd McFarlane and Eric Larson. It's definitely an awesome figure. Some people already got it. I'm definitely waiting on this to come by to me in the mail. But I'm definitely excited for this figure. I'm definitely a fan of Todd McFarlane's art, and this Spider-Man's definitely awesome, and I can't wait for it to come out.
Peter's face is highly detailed, and you get 3 different heads, wide-eyed, kind of looking mean, and then, just Peter's face. But the posability, man, I wish I knew the exact points of articulation, but it definitely has a lot of unique posing possibilities.
Definitely looking
features with the webs.
Definitely, judging by the photos, it does look like it's very articulated. Spider-Man is definitely, very flexible. So I'm pretty sure that this is an articulated figure. I do want to know how many points of articulation it has, but it seems like it has fairly a good amount of articulation for Spider-Man. And you're right, he's very detailed. His faces are detailed. Peter Parker's face is detailed. I'm definitely digging this figure, and I can't wait to see more. Actually, I think they are coming out with a Venom with the Eddie Brock head, and they're coming out with other figures as well. I believe, I think it's Wolverine and Cyclops.
Well, Wolverine, I see as well. And we're talking about the OG first app Wolverine with the yellow and blue look, man, and that figure looks insane. This one is due out actually November 2019. I'll try to let me download the picture now so that way I could add it in the post so you guys could see what we're talking about, how cool these particular figures are. Oh man, hey, I think I found the Venom you're talking about as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I mean, let's see the Spider-Man, like you said, it is out now. Venom.
Okay.
The Venom, it doesn't even want to translate the page for me because I'm looking straight from the Metacom site. But it looks like it's going to be fourth quarter, which would be fall, for the Venom. And wow. Also, wow, yeah, man. 3 heads, nice articulation, Diesel.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking at it right now, yeah.
Yeah, good look on that as well. Wow, Mayfex do you own any Mayfex figures?
The only Mayfex figure I have is a pretty old one. It's from the Amazing Spider-Man, the one with Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it's an okay figure. Definitely Mayfex has picked up since then. And I definitely want to get these new ones for sure.
The 2017 one you're talking about? For the Homecoming? Yeah, I see it. Okay.
No, not even the Homecoming. I have the Andrew. That's Todd. That's what's his name?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You need the other one. That's
Tom Holland. I have the older one with Andrew Garfield, big head Spider-Man.
Too fun.
The second Spider-Man after Tobey. But that's the only.
Iron Spider is really nice too. That they've done.
Oh, the Iron Spider-Man's nice. They actually, what else have they been coming out with?
Okay. Oh, wow. I see now the one you're talking about. Yeah. The legs I don't like too much.
Yeah, they definitely picked up their game since then.
Yeah, they actually have. Cause I see the leg here and it looks awful. It looks robotic.
Yeah.
Doesn't even
The
look like.
only reason the only reason I really got the fritters because of the cool accessories that they came with. They came with a cool backpack, a skateboard, came with a lot of weapons, it came with a wall and all that stuff. I had the deluxe edition. It came out with two different.
That's not bad at all. So, we're going to move from Metacom a little bit because I know there's another line. You kind of been preaching this line to me for a bit. Uh, and looking through their website, I definitely could understand why you're becoming a fan. And I'm talking about the 3A.
Oh yes, 3A.
So what's up with 3A?
I'm
Tell the folks about this because I'm seeing some
I'm a
incredible looking
huge
figures.
I'm a huge fan of 3A, especially with the 112 line. They're called Action Portable. 3A is a toy line by Ashley Wood. He designs these action figures, and oh man, these toys just look very like I don't know how should I say. They look old, or like what's this word I'm looking for? Like post-apocalyptic figures, and I'm obsessed with post-apocalyptic movies or comic books, and these figures they look amazing. They tell a story on its own. Once you get the figure, they tell you like a little detail about the figure, and you make a story on its own by with your art and photography of ACBA, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? And these figures are just amazing. They're very articulated, and they pop off like their hands, their heads, so you could kit bash any toy you want. And when I say kit bash, that means you can make your own custom. You just take different parts of different 3A figures and make your own figure, for example.
Nice.
Like and I had fun doing that. Like I have different accessories for different. If I want to make a cool different character, I'll start making a different character. And that's what's awesome about these figures. Like you could always have a cool story, and I have plenty of stories in my head to come up with these figures. I just trying to get the right pieces, and in due time, I will have a great story with these guys.
With that, I see that they do the Ashley Wood, and you have put me on some of those. And do you have any of the Transformers line? Because looking at that new Blitzwing figure is insane. Jesus.
No, I do not, but I am looking forward to getting the Bumblebee DX edition. It's 8 inches, and it's coming out soon. Actually, they're having a convention. I forgot where the convention is that there will be available. Only a limited amount will be available to buy at their booth. But I do not have any of their Transformers, but they do have some awesome Transformer figures, and I think they have the best Transformers out there right now. Honestly, they're very detailed. They have different sizes in Transformers, and they're doing their thing with Transformers. They're pretty expensive, but I believe to get them if you're a Transformers fan.
Is your beard rubbing against the microphone?
Oh, probably.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, definitely it's the world of 3A.com. They have a lot of great looking stuff. I mean, I'm looking at these Destiny figures as well, and that
Oh,
looks insane.
those Destiny figures are awesome. If we can see if they have, if you ever seen that Action Portable line, they're actually the smaller lines, or they're called Adventure Cartel line. Those are the lines I collect. They are pretty unique themselves. They have different unique looks, like zombies, robots, guys with gas masks, and really, really cool looking figures.
See, you were talking about the world of 3A figures and the customizability, right? I
Yes,
want to
sir.
talk about another customizable figure that you recently apparently going to get your hands on, and I'm talking about the Great Twins, the Terminator figure, the T-800.
Oh, yes, yes. That's actually have that Terminator in hand. That's a great figure. It's actually very different, and I like it. You could definitely take off the jacket. The cloth figure is awesome. I'll support this brand because I have faith in them that they're gonna bring out some awesome figures. Because Terminator is really cool. Like he's very articulated, comes with a lot of weapons, but very detailed as well. His head is not like it's not head at all. Max puts his head out and it just pops and moves and it doesn't fall off easy. You know what I mean? Do not worry about it. You guys are gonna pick up this figure. That's what, great quality. Yeah. That's in a space. That's like
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you there now? Okay, there you are. Hello, you there?
Hello.
Yeah, you there now?
Hello. Yeah.
All righty. Hey, everybody. Oh, look who joined us here. Chris.
Oh.
Sorry, I forgot. Since I got my new phone, I had to log back into Skype.
No problem.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the special over here, the host of our hit toy review show, Crisis on the Toyverse, the one and only Mr. Robert Swanson, a.k.a. Bobo Effin Mac.
Hola.
Hey, what's going on, Bobo?
Nothing. What's crack-a-lacking?
Hey, Bobo, man, right there, as you heard, that's my baby brother, Chris. Chris has been obviously talking about a lot of great toys. We've spoken a little bit about the Mezco line, the World of 3A line. And right now, we actually, he did a pre-order on the Great Twins Terminator figure.
Oh, you ordered the Great Twins Terminator?
I actually don't have a pre-order. I actually have it in hand. And, yes. And
how are you liking it?
Amazing. Oh, I think it's pretty awesome and par with Mezco. I think they're going to give Mezco a run for their money.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Did you
it's
pre-order
definitely different. It's not like that. Okay.
Go ahead.
They're definitely different figures. Not like when you switch out the heads and whatnot. It's not like a peg. It's like it's a magnet on their head, but it's very detailed, man. Like the weapons are detailed, the jacket is very detailed. Even like you just switch out his arm and remember in Terminator 2 when he had to cut his arm off and the cybernetic piece came off. His whole arm was showing exposed. Like that's very detailed as well. Like it's just. I think it's a cool figure, and they're coming out with more. They're actually coming out with the T1000, and I forget who else. I think Sarah Connor's coming out too. I'm not sure.
Did you pre-order the T1000?
Go ahead, Bobo.
Oh no! Did you pre-order the T1000?
No, I haven't pre-ordered the T1000 yet. I just have Arnold right now, and I don't think the T1000 was just a prototype they had.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I definitely will pick up more of these figures. What was any new pickups on your side?
New pickups. I bought. What did I buy? Let's see. I bought a John Wick Vinny, mate.
John Wick.
Oh yeah, nice. I actually want to get the John Wick Mayfex. That's the one I want to get as well.
Okay, so here's my deal on Mayfex.
Oh, right? We were just discussing that. That's awesome. Yeah. Go for it.
I can't justify that $80 price tag. I can justify it on cloth goods. I can even justify like a $50 price tag for like a Mayfex. But $80, they price them out for me. I'm like, yeah, you're not doing anything that special that you did at $50.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're, maybe I could agree with you on that. Like, they don't have to be $80, but they are very detailed and very articulated especially for what they were. You know what I mean? Like, I was taught the Mayfex, and like I was saying before, they have a Mayfex Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they definitely picked up their game from there. Like, I'm excited to see, like I was saying before, their Wolverine that's coming out, and Cyclops. I'm very into the whole X-Men 90s line, and a lot of companies are doing that now, like Hasbro, Mayfast. What else is doing it? Even Mezco did it. Mezco's still doing it, like Cable, Magneto, Wolverine.
Cyclops.
You know, Cyclops, yeah. But that's why. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You're good.
No, I was saying that, you know, that 90s line's really getting a lot of love these days, and I think it's good for everyone.
Definitely. I mean, I definitely like that. That's why I'm like IT, like the NECA 90s Ninja Turtles. I was so happy that I was able to grab a pair, man, because I tried at GameStop, sold out everywhere, and then one day I walked inside GameStop and I wasn't looking further into Turtles. I thought it was over with, and I looked at the toy section there. They were waiting for me, the last set. I was like, oh my God. And, you know, I was able to snag them because that's part of my childhood. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, my collection now is trying to get stuff from what I grew up with, you know, even I'm trying to get all action figures, you know what I mean? Like,
It's going to be my turn to break them when I go visit him. Yay.
Yeah, they're going to be locked up in a detox shelf.
You know what's funny about all the turtle stuff right now? Everybody's all going crazy, and I just got lucky. Like, I got lucky with with all the San Diego sets they've done, and been able to snag up every set when it's came out on NECA's site. So, like, everybody's all, I'm all excited about turtles, and I'm just like, yeah, I wish I could share that excitement of you finding them in the store. I already got them. I'm like, but I think it's really cool that everybody now has a chance to get those things. Because I'll be honest, like, I had a bit of, what do I want to say? Like, I don't want to say collector's guilt. I just kind of felt bad that so many people missed out, especially on the 90s movie set after San Diego. After Turtlegate happened and everybody was like, NECA, you're the horrible company. Why won't you sell your product? Oh, I'm never buying another NECA product again. This is so stupid. You can find a way to make money.
It's so true. They just did that. They just did that with the Agent Gomez. Did you notice that on Facebook? I don't know if you're on Facebook. They just did that with the Agent Gomez. It's not fair. It's not fair. Why would Mezco do this? Why would Mezco do this? And look what happened. Now that figure came out twice.
Everybody got an Agent Gomez. Hell, people I know that were bitching about Agent Gomez, like, oh, that's such a stupid figure. Why would you buy the mascot? Yeah, and the next day after Toy Fair, oh man, I'm so gonna get that Agent Gomez, blah blah blah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
honestly,
I'm sorry, I was gonna say
when I saw the Agent Gomez,
what was that?
When I saw the Agent Gomez, I just liked the figure so much. I didn't think it was going to get so much attention. And I thought Blade was going to be the hot figure, but I guess the Agent Gomez was. I saw him. I thought, oh, this is a cool figure. You know what I mean? And it blew up out of nowhere, and people were really, really mad. People were really mad, honestly. Like, I was reading through comments. They were really upset.
Well, you know what helped? I think it was display, right, Babu? They did a great job on display for Agent Gomez.
They did. They dedicated 2 shelf spaces to Agent Gomez.
With cool, type background dioramas. I guess. Real great.
And then when they gave it away for free, people were like, "Oh, that's ridiculous! Why did the stupid Toy Fair people get this and not nobody else?" It's like because they paid to go there. Like they fucking like a lot of people paid money for airfare and hotel to go out there. Like, if you don't like it, create your own website and fucking apply to go next year.
Yeah, people.
It's like, and then they offered it like. Then they offered that goodie bag with Agent Gomez, and then they were like, "Fuck it, everybody wants Agent Gomez. Here you go." Which I guarantee you that they already had in the plan. This was a very well calculated ploy on West Coast part, absolutely. And then it just killed the scalping market too with it, which I found kind of funny.
Yeah. You're right. And Agent Gomez came out, twice in one day. What was it? One that offered a goodie bag, and the second version offered a comic number 0 and introduced him. And guess what? Agent Gomez is about. So that's crazy. So like you're right, you said like the value of the figure has probably gone down significantly. You know what I mean? Because of that.
I just feel bad for those people that paid that $1,500 for it. That first weekend of Toy Fair, like I saw one sell for like $1,500. You gotta feel like an idiot 3 days later.
I saw that. I actually went up to 15. I was like, holy crap! I would have actually paid.
Well, here's the thing. Last year with the Ascending Knight, the first one sold for like $6,200, and it just
how much?
$6,200.
Oh, wow.
God damn, bro. Yeah, that shit.
And then it just went right, and then it peaked at like, or not peaked, but then it went down to like 3,000, and that's where it stood for a while, and then it went down to 1,500. Now you can pick up that thing for like $300.
Damn.
Oh, wow, for real? Wow, people must be that's crazy.
But I think Mezco saw that last year, because I don't think I've ever seen a Toy Fair exclusive ever go that high. Like, so I think it just really, man. I think they paid attention to their own market this year, and they're like, fuck it.
Actually, what do you think is going to be this year's SDCC exclusive?
It's hard to say because they've gotten smart about their SDC now. They like dropping in shit that you don't even know they're working on. Like that Spec Ops. That came out of nowhere.
Oh, remember that? That was such a surprise, that Spec Ops. I had no clue they were coming out with another Punisher, bro.
I was so happy they released that thing because I was never going to pay any price for any Punisher that was on the market at that time. And now all the Punishers except the PX one have kind of gone down in price ever so slightly.
They did. Actually, I actually sold my PX Punisher for about $500. Bro.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah. What's the best Punisher figure? I still have my original Punisher though.
Who made the best Punisher figure ever?
Probably Mezco.
Excuse me?
Who made the best
Punisher?
Yeah, best Punisher figure for Punisher fans. Like, this is the must-have figure in your collection.
Which one is the one to have?
No, which one do you think is the best one to have?
Which company made the best Punisher?
I think there's two of them really. I think the PX Punisher is definitely one to have because it comes with so much accessories, and it comes with the Thunderbolt vest, the black and red vest, and it comes with a trench coat. It comes with his bag, comes with a lot of guns, and also there's the toy. Well, it wasn't Toy Fair. It was a Mezco exclusive classic Punisher, which comes with the white boots, white holsters, and he just looks, it's the classic Punisher look, and I think that he looks badass too. So one of those are the ones to have, definitely in your collection.
Yeah, Mezco definitely made the definitive Punisher. I think before that, if I had to say before that, I would probably say the vintage collection of Hasbro Marvel Legends, that first Punisher they did on the classic hardback, is actually a pretty good Punisher.
Yes, that is a good one. I actually have that one too. I like that Punisher.
Like for a budget,
the Rambo Punisher.
Like for a budget collector, it's a good Punisher.
Definitely. Actually, I collecting those Marvel Legends figures though too. I'm like, I keep them mocked, just to have them because I love the '90s, feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and I have to have those. The only ones I'm collecting are the X-Men and Spider-Man figures. I'm not collecting nothing else, just the X-Men, animated series that I grew up with, and the animated Spider-Man series figures. That's about it. I'm almost done with the Spider-Man figures because there's only so much they can make of, Spider-Man, and I already need the ones that I had. Excuse me?
Did you get the hover chair yet?
No, I'm waiting for that actually to pop up somewhere here in Walmart.
Nice.
Listen, the best Punisher figure, in my opinion, though, was the one from the 90s that got recalled that had the pop-up thing in the middle.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. That's, actually, I saw that on Facebook, and I dubbed her. That's not Punisher. That's Punish Her. That's what that is.
Justice will be had in my pants.
Boom.
I can't believe I can't believe that shit, bro. They actually were going to come out with that.
I think they made that for a bet. I think somebody over there at Toy Biz was like, "Hey, I bet you we could pull this off." And the dude's like, "No, I don't think you can pull it off. Watch me. I'll get it through." So we got it through.
No, I'll say.
Got a red rocket.
I'm about to show my age here, but the one that I will always love is the classic Marvel superheroes Punisher, the one that had the cap firing weapons back in the day.
I remember
Very
that.
little articulation, but it's one of the first. Reminds me of the old Super Friends type toys, you know?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
It's in the back, and you pulled the trigger.
Yeah,
I remember that.
oh man. I really like the old Toy Biz ones. Remember the old Toy Biz X-Men figures and whatnot?
They had superheroes is from. That Punisher is the Toy Biz one. Yep, you got it.
Oh, all right. So it's the same one.
Yeah.
It might be the same one I'm thinking about. Then. Yeah.
The
they do look like the old. Yeah, those are awesome. I used to have a whole bunch of those back in the day, especially the X-Men ones.
Oh, yeah. What can I?
That's how when I would collect toys. As a kid, I would go mow lawns and pick up 4 of those Toy Biz X-Men figures. And then I wouldn't have enough tax money to cover the tax. And so my stepdad would have to give it to me and he'd be like, "You need to budget better," trying to teach me responsibility. I was like, "It's $1.50. You can help out."
Well, you should have offered the store, "Hey, I'll mow your lawn for the tax."
Right.
But yeah, no, that was back when I could pick up 4 figures for $20. Those were the days.
Those days don't exist. Although there's a spot that Chris and I know in Queens, right, Chris?
Oh man, yes, yeah. I actually visited when I went to New York last time.
Yeah, this toy store, man. They know their stuff, but they're very reasonable, and sometimes you'll get under the radar. Sometimes,
but they're not under the radar anymore, Alex. You know why?
Well, they're the last one left.
No, because of Toys R Us, a lot of people started branching out.
They're the last one.
They started going to different places, and that's what he told me when I went over there. He's like, I'm like, "Oh, so how's business?" He said, "Oh, actually, really, really good since Toys R Us went out of business." I'm like, "Damn!" But they still have some good figures. Some for you said, for some Hasbro collectors out there for the Marvel Legends. There's some pretty good
and they have
good collection
old inventory.
They do. They even have old Toy Biz Marvel Legends. Yeah. They have old Jack's wrestling figures. They have a lot of old stuff. Holy crap!
There you go, Bob.
I haven't seen this in a long time.
That's for next year's Toy Fair. After Toy Fair, we're hitting a toy store.
Hit a toy store?
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
That way we could be harassed by people again with your Batman flashy suits.
Oh, God knows what I'll wear next year.
What happened? What happened, Alex? What happened?
Batman, yeah!
Everybody was loving your suit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You should have heard the construction workers. They were the best. They were catcalling him.
It was a good time with the suit. If you guys check out on the Comic Crusaders YouTube channel, you'll get to see us actually walk through the McFarlane Toys booth, and you'll get a good look at the suit right there. That even McFarlane appreciated. Hey,
speaking of McFarlane, did you guys get a glimpse of the highly articulated new line they're coming out with? What is it? It's Power Man. Supposedly it has a DC license to do some figures.
Yeah, they told us all about that. They just released the updated images finally of the One Punch Man. Because when we were there, he had the basic articulation on him still, because he was a prototype. We saw some beautiful Harry Potter figures, probably the most beautiful Harry Potter figures I'd ever seen in my life. They look so
really.
amazing.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I love the movies and the books.
Because they're starting backwards. Like how SH Figure Arts is starting from the first movie. Harry Potter's actually the McFarlane line's going from 8 back.
Nice, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Sprinkled in with some fantastic beasts, so it's going to be interesting to see. The lady who runs that Harry Potter line, she's like a diehard Harry Potter pothead or whatever you want to Potterhead. I don't know. I don't know whatever they're called. No, she's all in love with that line, so she's giving it the TLC it deserves.
Nice. What else? What is Diamond coming out with?
Diamond's coming out with. They had a lot of cool stuff. You know how everybody's pays all that money for that giant Iron Giant figure?
Oh yeah, I actually saw that.
So that's very cool. Of course, they got several John Wicks, which I'm actually very excited for.
Oh, the Bruce Lee line too.
The Bruce
Oh
Lee
man, the Bruce Lee! I couldn't believe that.
Is great. Let's see. They had the Rogue. They showed off the Psylocke and the Sandman. That was kind of it. What they showed off, along with the Captain Marvel for the Marvel Select line. The Castlevania figures look good. I'm not that familiar with Castlevania once you get past the first 3 video games. So I don't know. I mean, I might pick them up. I don't know yet. I'm debating on that. What else did they have? They had some Godzilla Vinimates, which were very cool. The Nightmare Before Christmas stuff looked great. They have the guillotine that's coming out. So that's kind of cool. They had these cool. This is what I thought was really cool. They had these Sonic PVC background. Like they're like backgrounds. Mm-hmm. And it'd be like $30 to $40. So like, you could put your Sonic figures in them. Like they have the track with the loops, like from the Emerald Hill or Green Hill Zone, and they got like 4 different pieces. So I don't know when they. I think Zach was saying like maybe summer.
Yeah, about
those are going to start hitting. Those look really cool if you're like a really diehard Sonic fan. Like you put that on a shelf, you put the right background behind it, it's going to look cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. I want to see that. It's pretty cool. I love playing Sonic as a kid for Sega Genesis.
See, one of the highlights that we did there, because right after we did the Diamond collectibles, we walked right into the DC collectibles booth and took a look at all of the awesome DC stuff that was forthcoming, Bobo. Right?
Right. So your brother's like fucking like, I don't care what's going on. We're comic crusaders. We're going to be crusaded through. We didn't have any appointment with DC Collectibles. He just goes in there like he's king shit and knows exactly what he's doing. I meanwhile like I'm about ready to shit a brick because I'm like, oh fuck, we're not supposed to be in here. I don't want to get in trouble. It's our first year at Toy Fair. I want to go out on a good note. I don't want to rock the boat the first year. Second, third year we can rock the boat. First year I just want to get in there, do our stuff and be good. Nah, Omega's like, fuck that, man. Comic Crusaders for life. He goes in there, the rep walks up. Oh, did you guys talk to our blah, blah, blah? And he's like, yeah, I know. We just came from the Diamond Studio and came in here. He's playing it all king shit. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, cool. Here, take this card. And it's the pass we needed to get in contact with it. It has everything we need.
Yeah.
Everything. So for next we can get in and have a proper walkthrough. But he's like, I'm going to just do it this way. So as soon as she gives us the green light, I immediately take that shit brick and it goes back into my system.
Yeah, the turtle head went right back in.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm snapping pictures like I know what I'm doing now. Boom, boom, boom. Just going through. We talked to Jim Fletcher for a moment about the Lucha figures, and he's like, yeah, I've been watching Lucha Underground, and I'm like having a conversation with him. Then he gets pulled away, but we took pictures and went around. It's all because of El Mega on that one.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you got to take the step forward and just do the things. We didn't do nothing wrong. We didn't violate. Once they gave us the okay, we started taking our pictures, but we were there looking to gauge and report without pictures at that point in time. As much as I wanted to, I did lift my camera. She came, we just came from Diamond. All right, not a problem. There you go. Have fun. Worked out.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it worked out.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
See, and we also had that thing with the Nerf, right? Was it Nerf, Baba?
You
were killing it.
It was Zing Games.
Zing Games?
They had these axes that you could throw onto these things. I was like, wham! He throws it. Then I try to throw it. I'm not having luck. He's like, all right, show your Hispanic side, boy. Like, I'm trying to get it. And then I finally got it through. They were pretty fun.
Yeah. When I said get out that Spanish side, bro, he came. La raza came right out of Babo, It was and me in the Batman suit, and I'm doing it. It looked really cool. I was like, yeah, boom, it's killing it.
No, Al was definitely the attention getter of the group. I just looked like some guy that was walking around the convention. Al looked like Pimp City 3.0.
Oh, wait a minute. We also, Chris, we also had a very cool experience after the Mezco booth. Because once Bobo got to speak with Mike Drake from Mezco, we also got to speak to somebody else that was very cool. They just happened to be standing there.
Oh, yeah. It was the cop from season 1 of Netflix, Punisher. The one that dies. The guy cop, the one that's like, you really shouldn't be doing this, but then he eventually helps her and stuff. Michael Richardson, or Nathanson, I believe.
Yeah, Nathanson, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, and he was really cool talking about toys.
He was where?
He was at the Mezco booth. We knew he was going to be there, but I'm telling Drake, thank you for everything, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, hey, talk to this guy. Put it in on your guys' website. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm like a pig in shit still. Like, I got the goodie bag. And, there I am. Like, this is the greatest experience of my life. And then,
it was funny in that instance because it looked like I was working for Bob because I'm the one holding everything. All right, bro, let's go.
A couple of the people there in the Mezco area who were trying to take pictures saw out of the corner of my eye. Who the fuck's this fat fuck? Why is he talking to that guy?
They were jealous.
Oh, no. I'll tell you what. You go to that thing, you see all these collectors and they're like, and these press people who cover toys on a level that we do. And they're like all Smeagol's in a way. I'm the best. You're like,
hilarious.
Either that or I got to broom up my ass. I could be the other way around.
No. A lot of folks there were very, hey, I guess every fandom has its, it's a group of people that act a certain way, that you're like, I don't understand it, but whatever. To each their own, I suppose, so long as you don't get in my way.
Right? Like, I was like, I'm like, dude, they're just toys at the end of the day. They're not, this isn't Indiana Jones trying to grab that, like, fucking golden doll, like, statue thing.
But I will say, like something Bobo mentioned, they go to the toy fair. I mean, they have the opportunity as press to speak to some of the companies, whatever. And sometimes those companies give you a swag bag. I mean, you're getting rewarded with a free gift. I heard so many people complain about shit. Like, really? You got something for free and you complaining? I don't.
People always tend to complain.
Like, if anything, if you don't like it, there's tons of kids there. Here, kiddo, take this.
Yeah, if you don't like it, like if you don't got anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Which is very contradictory of some of the statements just made. But
no, it's just not. You were just talking about how some people in the industry don't work complaining about things, and it's true. You get something, basically no cost to you. Relax, man.
Well, people like to nitpick. People like to, they feel by complaining and talking about a product in a bad way. Oh, that's what's going to get me the attention, man. Yeah, that makes me the cool cat in town. It's like, not so much.
Yep. And we're going to be reviewing a whole bunch of stuff out of the toy fair. Thankfully, we've had some folks reach out already, so be on the lookout, Chris. You're going to see a whole bunch of new goodies get reviewed, and hopefully in the future you might be able to join Bobo, especially with that hatchet one. I'll put you in the middle. Let me see if you could catch the hatchets.
Absolutely.
Chris, we put the apple on his head and we try. You think he'll do it? No mask.
Say it again.
Okay, if we get those rubber hatchet things, right? And can we put an apple on your head, but you can't wear a mask? And we gotta knock down the apple. Would you let us?
No.
You want to trust me enough? Come on, bro.
They're made out of foam.
No. He knows I'm gonna aim straight for his face the whole time. That's why.
Oh, sure.
I would think so.
That's what he would do to me. They used to play this horrible game called Bangkok when they were younger. You have no idea about it, and I'll just leave it at that.
No, man, don't play that game with Alex. Be careful, he says that around you.
I'll come pre-prepared.
I don't know, but Baba would crush me instantly.
No, we're one of those like metal cups where my back. I'll wear one of those Snyder cups that make my cock look like 10 times the size that it is, and
that's what he's gonna wear next year, folks, so he could get attention away from his suit.
so he can Bangkok me all he wants until his hand breaks.
Oh, all right, guys. There was another toy line there. I know Chris had questions about this. They also didn't get to cover, and that was actually some of the Bluefin Storm stuff.
Yes, yes.
You know, Chris,
actually,
did you have any questions on? Was it the Flame or Storm Collectibles that you had?
The Storm Collectibles.
Which one was it? Because we saw a lot of the new shit over there.
I'm actually looking for the Lobo Storm Collectibles.
Not yet, man. Good luck. It's not yet. They're still in prototype mode. Because the model that was there was still the same model when we went to the New York Comic-Con.
Oh, the same one.
Same one. You remember that the crotch area still looks like, like that Spider-Man figure of yours. The legs fully formed yet. So, yeah. I mean, the mold is getting there. They just need to fix that area. I mean, they're going to come up with a lot of cool DC stuff. But again, how can they also do DC stuff when, for example, McFarlane gets it? So once McFarlane has it, can no one else produce DC toys?
No, because they each have different licenses based on the markets they're at. Since that line's never going to see a retail release, like you're not going to be able to go to like Walmart or Target and pick up a Storm Collectibles figure. You can only order that through Storm's website or through e-tailers. Gotcha. So the license is different for companies like Mezco and Storm and Tamashi, like all these different companies that have a DC license. They're bounded by the parameters of which they can sell it in. Even with NECA, because they're releasing those. Remember that 90s Predator Batman and then the Superman and the Green Lantern set? Those are going to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive this year because the license expires on them at the end of this year. So they've already paid all that money for the molds and the sculpting and all that stuff. So they had to find a way to get them out.
That's a must get for me. It's on the list.
Those will be quite the set to have. Like especially like I'm more excited for the Batman set than I am the Superman set because as a little kid I did read the Batman comics first before I ever touched the Superman Alien stuff.
Same here.
But it's same, and even with the Green Lantern stuff. But like those are going to be very cool. But to go back to Storm, the great thing is that with that DC Injustice license, it looks like right now we got 3 figures. We got Bane, Darkseid, and Lobo. It'll be interesting to see if they go even deeper in the line.
That's what I want. I want to see them come. Or Green Lantern would be great.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach to do the villains first. I mean, I dig it. Like, instead of getting like another Batman or Superman or blah, 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 and you get some different characters out of the bunch, which I think works.
Yeah, but I mean, the most different being the Lobo because he's not really offered too often. So it's good to see, a good rendition.
Well, they had the multiverse one that just came out, but I don't know. I kind of fell out of love with collecting Mattel DC figures. Like, I thought about it after the Clayface wave. I was like, and then when the announcement came through that Mattel's license was changing, I was like, why even bother finishing? Like,
yeah,
what's the point now?
And then you know what's nuts? Like this new Mattel line that their new body mode's actually way better than they're actually in par with Marvel Legends body and then scale wise, and the other ones that were out before they were horrible. I didn't like those figures. And now that their license is up, they've started coming up with some really, their molds just got better, their articulation got better, and now, for what,
I think it's funny that it took them this long to catch up.
I know, right?
Big corporations, I just don't think they ever really cared about this line after they finished Universe Classics initially. I think they were just like, we got to do something here. And then when they finally got staff that wanted to try to make the line better, it was too late. But the cool thing about the Mattel line, right towards the end, was the fact that none of those figures had pins on them.
Oh no! I didn't notice.
Like, they hid the pins even in like the leg articulation.
Wow, I didn't notice that. No way.
It's not. Well, Talker brought it up, and I was like, dude, you got a fucking point. Like, there are no pins on these figures. Like, I was like, touche.
Wow.
All right, so then there was another thing from the toy fair. I don't know, Chris, if you're into Gundam, but man, are they going like ramping up the Gundam stuff this year? Oof.
Really? No, I never got into Gundam. Watching. I've seen it on Cartoon Network when I was growing up, but never took the time to watch it. Not like Dragon Ball Z or anything like that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Were you a Toonami kid?
Excuse me?
Were you a Toonami kid growing up, Chris?
Yes.
I was too, but I was different. I was whatchamacallit, Thundercats would come on, and then like Johnny Quest would come on right before Toonami would start, and then after Thundercats, I'd be like, "All right, bye." Like, I was like, "Fuck you, Sailor Moon." Like, no, thank you.
I used to watch the Thundercats too all the damn time. When I first got the cable box, I couldn't wait to go home and watch like Thundercats, and that would come on when I would get home from school, like at 3:00. Thundercats would be on. I wouldn't care. It would suck because I couldn't watch it too much.
The Thundercats would come on really early in the morning in syndication, so I would watch it, and then it got cut off syndication. So there were years I went without watching Thundercats, and then when Toonami decided to come on and they had Thundercats, I was all excited. Then they dropped Thundercats really fast. Like, it was there for like maybe one season, and then it was like gone.
Yeah, they sucked with Thundercats. It was actually pretty cool. But, hopefully we'll get something. I'm seeing a lot of toys come out with Thundercats now. And, with this whole 80s thing going on in the toy industry, I think that'll also bring attention to bringing back some of those old stuff back into cartoons, Or CGI or whatever they want to do nowadays. Although
it should be
a cartoon.
Whatever happened with that new Thundercats cartoon? Did they cancel it?
Yeah, I guess so. I never saw any other ones. Yeah, it was a good cartoon.
No. I'm talking about the one with the hyper realist or the hyper cute look to it.
Oh, no.
Remember when it was announced? Everybody lost their shit, and then I haven't heard anything about that since.
Oh, the ones that look like the Teen Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about that.
Nobody's talked about it. Did everybody just ignore it, or did they were like, oh, shit, maybe people don't want to watch this?
I guess maybe they were looking, because then they come at the same time as She-Ra kind of gauged the success based on that when they try to change something, so much.
Did they do She-Ra like that, too?
Not in that style, but it wasn't definitely in the style that we remember, It kind of looked, what was it? What's the drawing style? The animation is not awesome. Let's just say that it's not great, and I think that's what turns people off. Now, nothing else. Just animation styles are. Some stuff is great, some isn't. I feel even with the Young Justice, the new iteration, something's off about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the same artistic group as the initial series. So, I mean, it's a good show, but something's off about the animation still.
That's what I keep hearing from everyone. I'm like, I never really watched Young Justice that much. I was like, that's your thinking about getting back into it and starting from episode 1 and just seeing the progression. But like, I don't know. I get weird on DC shows sometimes, like on animation shows. And then I see clips years later and I go, oh shit, I probably should have watched it when it came out.
Yeah, you should have.
Thank you for all that enthusiasm there at the end.
Yes, you must.
Yeah, you must.
You must, bro. No, man, you gotta watch some. If you've missed stuff, then that's your bad. How dare you? I'm gonna have to give you some.
Yeah, how dare I?
I'm gonna have to give you some.
You're a monster. Bro. Well, I got the DC Universe app. I paid a year for it.
Oh, poor you. Is it worth it?
I think so. I still read books on it.
Oh, there you go. And Chris, are you doing any of the apps?
What apps? What?
Like the DC app? Have you not gotten the DCU app and watched Teen Titans or Doom Patrol?
No, I haven't.
No?
How's Doom Patrol? Anybody watch that?
Very good. It's a very good show.
Very good.
Very weird. Very good, but very weird. But definitely better than Titans because it's just bugged out.
Fucking Brendan Fraser made a comeback. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. That's what everybody say. Yeah, but good for him. And he's doing kick-ass as Robot Man, so I'm digging it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I want to see that one. That one looked interesting to me, honestly.
Oh, definitely, man. We'll see.
I'm waiting for the Marvel app to come out. I'll pay for that.
It won't be the Marvel app. It's going to be Disney app.
Disney. Sorry,
yeah.
Disney. You're right.
That's right. You can watch us and me, Mickey Mouse.
What the hell's going on, man?
Yeah, man. Disney's going to do that. This is why all the shows got canceled on Netflix. They're going to do their own new show, you know? So let's see what happens.
I'm so mad. Punisher. I don't know if Daredevil and Punisher. I don't know if I know the other ones, but Daredevil and Punisher, man.
Yeah, well, let's see if it gets like...
Especially that last season of Punisher. Oh, my God. That was the best season ever, man. That season was awesome.
Well, hopefully, let's see what happens.
Don Berthel is the Punisher.
Yeah, he is. Hopefully, he'll get another opportunity elsewhere, or maybe, be fitted into the proper MCU movie verse, maybe.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yes.
I mean, I think that he's
a good actor.
Yeah, he is. He is. Absolutely. Let's see what Marvel is and Disney is up to with this next iteration of shows. And because it's on the Disney app, will they be as violent? And that might change the game a bit. Let's see, though.
I know.
I'm going to censor your characters. You're going to love it still.
And everybody, perfect. Mickey and Cartman are now part of the UCPN, apparently. All right.
That's great.
Is there any other hot toy news that we need to cover before we go for this one?
No, I think we're good for now. I got to get ready for my St. Jean interview.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I got to.
Oh, man, we're going to have a great interview coming
I got to get some sleep. I got to work some third shift tonight.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
So then sleep during the shift. Second shift, you play with toys, and third shift, you work, and it's fine. Don't worry, you got this.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else that you play with, but that's just me.
Who knows what he plays with?
Jesus.
But he didn't.
That's later.
He said it's third shift, and you didn't. You don't know what type of job it is. I'll just say it's definitely something have to do with poles.
Definitely after hours.
Everybody, go meet Chris Crash.
He's the man with the crashes.
Chris Crash will give you a lash. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Al Omega. This is my little baby bro, Chris Crash, and my fan member from Crisis on the Toyverse, Bobo Mac. Thanks for joining us. And we may do this more often and talk about toys and all this good stuff. More on the UCPN. Make sure to check us out. Later. This is an Undercover Capes production. Thank you for listening. Make sure to visit ComicCrusaders.com, UndercoverCapes.com, GeeklyMagazine.com, and our newest venture, SplinteredPress.com.